Okay, fellas, look, listen up, please. We've got a Champions League to qualify for here, and I'm hearing a lot of complaints about people who want to leave the club. Kovacic, you want to go to Napoli? They're not in Europe, mate. Gonzalez, you want to go to Leicester? Not in Europe. Vasgard, you want to go to Manchester United? Fair enough, mate. I do understand that, but I don't want to sell you, so you're going to stay here, and we're all going to qualify for this Champions League.
Jarune, za tebe mi dijete diše, tu je važno samo jedno, nogomet i ništa više. Jarune.
Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Jarun on the Impossible Dream. It is Season 13, Episode 3 today, and we're going to try and qualify for the Champions League phase. We've got AZ at the Dutch side. Hopefully that's going to work out okay for us. Now, the reason that we're starting in Dynamics is because the transfer window is opened, and we're not getting a lot of bids coming in truth, but we're just getting enough that it's unsettling players, and it's just so frustrating. You can see here, Kovacic is annoyed because he wants to leave. Busic just wants to go, doesn't really say where. But Alvarez to Bournemouth, I mean, we don't even dignify that with an answer. Fair enough. Vasgard to Manchester United, I understand that one. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but I understand it. And Gonzalez to Leicester. I mean, it's about money, isn't it? And the frustrating thing is, we could probably offer them more money, but they all, of course, now refuse to negotiate contracts, don't they? Because they're unhappy. So that's frustrating. Cena wants to start more games, so we've promised him we'll do that. Same with Siraj, although in truth, Siraj is only a squad player, so he doesn't have to play that much. He's probably going to play anyway, just with the European rotation coming in. So yeah, that's where we're at. It's just a little bit unfortunate. We get it every transfer window. Hopefully, it's not going to hold us back trying to get past AZ here in the playoff. Now, there are two games to catch you up on since we left off last time. The first of those was the second leg against Celtic. We were, 5-1 up after the first leg. Tie was done. Let's see what happened when we went to Celtic Park, though. Celtic went ahead on the night in the first half. So this is a horrible game. It deserved to be 0-0. A little bit unlucky on the goal that the cross took a deflection off of Vasgard, and I think it just kind of that fell obviously for them. We didn't play well. They didn't particularly play well either. It was a tie that everybody knew was done, I think. So that was that horrible game. Glad I didn't show it. Next up in the league, it was Gorica, a team that have in the recent past given us a bit of trouble. Let's see what happened when we played them this year. Busic gave us the lead early in the second half. And Kovacic crossed for Cena to make it 2-0. So this game was a real struggle. It was... they didn't really turn up to try and score or win. It didn't even look like. And, we got the goals eventually. Real pinball effort, that first one, wasn't it? And then, decent enough goal for the second one. Kovacic with both assists. And, it's 3 points, which is all we can really care about, isn't it? Now, quick update of the league table. Obviously, not much has changed because we've only played the one extra game, but we have 5 points clear of both Rijeka and Osijek, and it's a further 3 points back to Dinamo and Slaven. Now, as we can see, Gorica is struggling. So we probably should have beaten them, so that's a good thing. And if we have a quick look at some of the league leaders early on here, Cena is up there for the Golden Boot. Kovacic leads the way on assists and average match rating. Kovacic is up there for assists as well, as we can see. And Busic up there for the Golden Card of the league, so well done to him. But this is all about Europe, it's all about AZ. And, well, this is what they said Celtic was going to play like the Scouts as well, and they didn't play like that either game, so... we'll take that with a pinch of salt. But this is the team we're sending out. Pinter in goal. Pinter is happy again now, by the way. He's one player that is happy. So I don't think he's going to still negotiate a new contract because of the interest in him. But at least he's happy. It's only Newcastle. I wonder if we could convince him to do a new contract. No. Oh, well, it's worth a try. So Sanchez, Safronov, and Crespi will be the back three. Von Groningen and Gonzalez will be the width. Then we've got Montel, Vasgard, Gavia, Cena, and Vidal as the rest of the team. All right, so we can see the team sheets here. Do we recognize any names? I don't think so. I mean, we're getting to the point now where most players are going to be regens, aren't they? This is the match we should be winning, mate. Let's just stick to the game plan, please, fellas, and we'll get the job done that way. Now, the plan here is to show both legs of this. The reason being for that is that either way, whether we win or lose, we should get European fixtures then for the season. So, yeah, that's why no matter what happens here, we'll probably show the second leg anyway, unless it's an absolute dead rubber. I think we've got Hajduk in the league in between, so that's not a horrible game if this is an absolute write-off. But I don't think it will be. I mean, RZ, I did say when the initial draw was made, that's the team I would like. They went and beat the Cypriot. I think they were playing a Cypriot side. It was Limassol, I think. EK Limassol. I think that's what it was anyway. So they've beaten them, so they haven't beaten a great side to get here. And like I said, this is really a game that we should be fairly confident in being able to win, but we haven't played well against Celtic or Gorica as Cross comes in from the corner. Looks a lot like Wickham versus Arsenal, this, doesn't it? Vazgard to Crespi. Back to Safronov. Nice ball there from Montel to Sanchez. Sanchez to Vazgard. Good overlapping run from Gonzalez in the middle, and Vidal has missed. And that is a chance that you would expect him to take with 17 finishing and composure of 15. Anyway, Gavia. Wide for Von Groningen. Von Groningen in. It's away. It's Gavia. And it is a miss. Another miss. Oh, one bit of news I should have updated you on is our young Yag right back, Dovasar. We've sold him to Porto. 6.5 million, which is an insane fee for a third choice right back. But also 50% sell-on. So if he does develop, then we'll end up getting more money for him. So that goes into the category of too good to turn down, that bid. We do have a couple of other young Yags, so it'll just mean they get the chance to play in the Cup and hopefully develop like Dovasar did, which was more or less out of nowhere. He wasn't expected to be a decent player, really. Vidal might be offside. He's tucked it away nicely. But I do think there's a fairly big chance he was offside there. Oh, and he's not. It shows you what I know. And, well, it'll be interesting to see the replay here. I still think he's offside. I've seen nothing there to change my mind. Are we going to get a line? It can only be... No, we didn't even get a line. That's controversial. It can only really be the fullback, can't it, that was playing him on. I don't... Unless there was someone out of shot, but... Yeah, when I'm editing, I'll pause it and have a look. But yeah, cat hair in my nose again. I am still not convinced that wasn't offside, but we'll take it. I'm not going to complain too much. Cena gets the ball over the top to Vidal. What a first touch that was! Oh, Marius Vidal. Now, if this one's offside, I'll be surprised. He looked a mile on that time, but maybe we'll get a bit of a get even call, and we do. Well, I think 1-0 is just about right. That is definitely offside. Never mind. What a shame. That was such a good first touch. And the finish as well. It's Ollie Watkins-esque against whoever England played in the semi-final. I've gone blank now. No, it wasn't Croatia. Anyway, here we go with Von Groningen. It's another one for Vidal. It's another first-time attempt. He's missed it. He's got to stop scoring the ones where he's offside. All right, Von Groningen. Nice throw there. And let's go. Here we go for Sanchez. Look at the space Sanchez has. Look at the space he's still got. And he pulls it back to Gonzalez. And it is now 2-0. Rule that one out for offside, you mother effers. And a 2-0 lead would be a nice one to take away with us to Holland. Or the Netherlands, I should say. But, yeah, so much space. No one picked up Gonzalez. And that's, well, there's question marks about that defending from their point of view, isn't there? Just a random question, and it's one of those things that I think comes up from time to time, and I mean to look it up, and I always forget. So while it's fresh in my head, Holland is a region of the Netherlands, right? So I never quite understood why. Because when I was growing up, it was always Holland, and then I'm sure I read or saw somewhere that Holland is a region of the Netherlands. But if anybody knows for sure, because I will, maybe when I hear this back when I'm editing, I'll remember to Google it and find out. It's just one of those things I never really understood why the change from Holland to Netherlands, well, however many years ago it was now, and that's the crossbar. But yeah, because it would have been when I was in Australia. I wonder if it's an EU thing, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, just if anybody knows, and if not, hopefully having heard myself ask the question, I will remember to Google it later. Gonzalez again. Oh, it's in off somebody. Gonzalez gets the credit for the goal. So it must have gone in off a defender. And it's one of those that the defender won't want the own goal. And Gonzalez will want the goal, but Yeah, it's very, very unlucky on them. So let's hope we're not using up too much luck here, though we do very much want to get back into the Champions League. Well, I say that. I think we do. We want the money from the Champions League. There's a big part of me that was thinking, you know what, if we lose this, then we go to the Europa League. We've got money in the bank. We can survive 1 year. Let's go and see if we can win a Europa League. As Vazgard on the volley. And I don't think there's going to be an assist for Gonzalez for that one. But it is now 4-0. And maybe instead of playing through the Hajduk game, we'll show the Hajduk game. And I'll play through the second leg, show you the highlights of that, and then we can have a look at the fixtures. Did Vidal stick a foot out for that? He's a cheeky little so-and-so, is Vidal. And it is indeed 4-0 at the break. They've offered absolutely nothing. Let's say we're happy with that. We'll get back out there. And we might... Do we have youngsters on the bench? The tricky part... Okay, so you know what we're going to do, actually? Cena, I've promised first-team football for. So let's get Lacko on for him. Lacko hasn't really been playing well since coming back from injury. Gavia is looking a little bit tired, so let's... I should be pausing it to make these subs, shouldn't I? There's a ball lofted into Von Groningen. It is 5-0. It's a demolition. And, yeah, well, it's not great on RZ, this one, is it? Gonzalez lifts in the crawl. He actually did well to make that, just that yard of space. And Von Groningen, too good in the air. And they just have no response, do they? Alright, so let's pause it so I can make more subs. Let's get Mazzoleni on for Gavia. Have I promised Vazgard football? Can't remember if I have or not. Either way, okay, so let's take Montel off for Howe, who is trying to get match sharpness. And was there anybody else there that looked like they could do with some game time? I want you guys for... No, I want you. I want... I could maybe give Zinko a game, but let's hold off a little bit on that one. A lot of these guys I want for Hajduk. But then again, this tie is dead, isn't it? Essentially. So I wonder if... And that is Vazgard's second. We're going to have a little break. Of course, qualifying is week in, week out. It's sort of every midweek, whereas there is going to be a break between qualifying and the actual thing starting, because there's always an international break, isn't there? So, that being said, I think our last two subs, we're going to want to try and put out a stronger team against Hajduk, knowing that this is essentially done and dusted. So, let's get Madzar on for Vidal. And let's take Vazgard off. He's on a hat-trick, is he? Or he's on a hat-trick. He's not going to like me. I mean, he already doesn't like me. And let's get Zinko. The thing is, I could play Resic if I had to. And he's very, very good. Okay, so let's leave that. Yeah, let's leave it then. And that's probably all my subs, I think, isn't it? Yeah. Because I'm thinking Kovacic and Kovacic both want game time, so it's good to play them. Alvarez is, I think I actually played him in a friendly. He was, I think I said last episode he had a virus, so he's been out, and so was lacking match sharpness. So I've been playing him. He did play against Gorica. I played him as a centre back, so he did play that, and then I played him in a friendly as well after that. So he's going to need a rest, but just getting him, back up to speed, as Von Groningen has the world's worst attempted tackle. And, I mean, that's a decent strike, isn't it? So it's 6-1. And is the great choke on here? Let's hope not. I think that's one of those... they go in from time to time, don't they? Vazgard could maybe have got there. Pinta should have saved that, I think. I think that's where the blame lies. It's a long way out, and it's not gone that far away from him, has it? So let's focus. We're looking a little bit complacent out there, which is never great to see. But it's been their only shot on goal. And, I mean, look at the XG on that one shot. It's not something that you expect to go in all the time, that one, is it? But still, not many clean sheets from us this season. Which is... As I said last episode, if we're scoring 5 and 6, it's not a big deal. But we're not going to score 5 and 6 against Real Madrid. Well, I wouldn't have thought so anyway. I mean, all those really good sides, we do need to be a little bit tighter defensively. But then again, when we are playing those sorts of sides, there'll be somebody sitting in there, won't there? So that'll make it a little bit better for us. But that was absolutely comprehensive. Let's not get too comfortable because we've got a big game in the league now. So 6 of the best for Jarun. Gonzalez, 2 goals, 2 assists. That's a pretty good day's work for him, isn't it? And that is that. Like I say, no point showing the second leg. It is dead. So we'll come back for the league fixture against Hajduk Split. Okay, welcome back. Now, Aussie have played and won already this weekend, so that gives them just 2 points back from us as we face Hajduk, who are struggling this year, only 5 points from their 5 games. So let's go and see what we're doing here. And we're expecting a 4-3-3 out of them. And we've gone with a fairly strong, or very strong side in truth, because the other tie is done, isn't it? So we shouldn't have a problem there. So it's Pinter in goal. It's Sanchez, Safronov, and Crespi. Von Groningen and Kovacic will come in to play this one, just to keep things a little bit fresh. Montel, Rasic will come in and play next to him, with Siraj as the number 10, and Sina and Vidal will continue up top. Alright, so we can see the team sheets here. Do we recognise any names? This guy's good. He's usually at the top of the goal scoring charts every season. And I don't recognise anybody else there, I don't think. So, what do we say to this? Carry on from your last performance, you'll do well. Alright, let's go with Turu. And hopefully we do get a good league performance. And let's see how we do in what is certainly one of the biggest stadiums in the country. I think Dinamo just has them covered, don't they? But this certainly is a sizable one. And yeah, we'll see what we do. You can kind of see the team that I'm going to pick for the next game based on this one. The slight concern for the AZ or RZ game away is perhaps the defense. Yeah, I mean, we should be okay, because what we can do is we can play Alvarez as a defender with Jakubusic and Taninsky. And so basically these 3, which I'm fairly happy with. We can play Gonzalez if we need to, as we give the ball away there. And Von Groningen's playing in central midfield, and Pinter has had to make a save there. What God, that would have been. So yeah, I think it'll be okay. It'd have to be a shocking performance, even from a second string side, to lose a 6-1 lead. Especially when you think we'd still have the likes of Lacko, Madzar, and Mazzoleni that are fresh. Gavia will be fresh for that one. Vazgard will be fresh. It's still going to be a pretty good team that we've put out there. And Scotty Howe will play him in midfield for that one as well. So, yeah, I'm not too concerned. It should be absolutely fine. And this right now feels like the bigger game, doesn't it? Because we're coming into this one 0-0 as Safronov picks up on a heavy touch. To Kovacic. Nice ball there for Rasic. Can he whip a cross in? It's cleared away only as far as Kovacic. He floats it back in towards Steven Sina. And it is 1-0 in the 12th minute. So, very, very good start. Good pressure as well. We just didn't let them clear their lines properly. Nice ball to find Rezek. Kovacic, he kept himself alive, didn't he? And then crosses it back in. And Sina, not the greatest in the air in truth. I think he's got a jumping reach of 9. But proving why he is one of the better strikers in, well, not just the league, probably in world football. Probably in world football. So, yeah, he's very, very good, is old Johnny. Okay. We've got a throw right up their end. Can we pressure them into giving it back to us? That was a bit of a risky pass, perhaps. But Rasic just done really, really well there. Still under... Oh, he's done brilliantly. Rasic, he's a one-man team at the moment. There's a good ball for Vidal. Vidal has the finish. His 5th of the season. And, well, Sina will get the assist. Rasic deserves the credit, though, doesn't he? He won the ball back about 3 times. Then he picked out Sina. One touch, in behind. That's a cracking pass from Sina, isn't it? And Vidal, very, very good finish up. Didn't need a second opportunity, did he? So it's 2-0 now. And we'll give him some praise. If we can, yeah, I mean, if we can play like this in the league, you know, in amongst European games, then we're going to be okay this year, aren't we? Because like I've said before, I'm really curious to see how Aussie go, you know, when they have to play football, as Safronov wins that back for us. Sina to Rasic, to Kovacic, to Montel. In there for Siraj, who's made a good run, but the run was the best part of that, unfortunately. And we'll await the next highlight. But yeah, I think Resic is it's a big upgrade for us in there that helps us. And yeah, I think Vidal probably. Vidal's he's not necessarily a big upgrade on Madzar, but I think he's a more reliable striker perhaps. It's just whether we can give everybody the game time that they're going to want. Yeah, that'll be the issue, I think, and then it'll come down to either Mazzoleni or Lacko that we'll have to sell, because I don't want to sell Cena. He's quality, absolute like top level quality. Here we go with Von Groningen in the middle, and speaking of the devil, it's Cena getting his second. It's 3-0, and Hajduk Split are being brushed aside here. They've been the disappointment of the series so far. Hajduk Split have done absolutely nothing. I mean, remember, there was a season when, I can't remember if they went to the relegation playoff or somebody else. Was it Osijek? Maybe, no, I think Osijek got relegated, didn't they? Or was it Rijeka that got relegated? There was that one season where Hajduk almost went down. They've had 1 or 2 seasons, where they've been around sort of the lower European spots. But in terms of a title race, I mean, there was maybe 1 or 2 seasons I can think of where they were in it for, say, up until Christmas. But they really haven't done anything, have they? Which surprises me. I thought Dinamo would be the big hurdle to get over. And, perhaps then we'd be looking at Hajduk. But it's not really proved that way at all. If anything, I mean, Ozijak's been the biggest hurdle for us. So, them getting guaranteed Champions League money too, as a cross comes in, it's headed away. It'll be interesting to see if Osijek are able to step up a level, as that is saved onto the post, it looked like. And back we go the other way now. It is a shame that, I think that the big thing, and it's more of a Football Manager thing than it is in real life, but not having that parachute, because when you're not really good enough for the Champions League, I do wonder, even if in real life you'll see that someone like Dinamo Zagreb, who regularly make the Champions League, although the fact that it's maybe 24 teams that get into a knockout round maybe still gives them something to play for, but, realistically, realistically right now, we could actually, we've given some big teams a scare. But we would be, if we were to go into the Europa League, as there is one back on the hour mark, unfortunately. So hopefully that wakes us up, but we never keep the clean sheet anyway, so maybe to be expected. If we were to go into the Europa League with this team, we would be one of, if not the favourites, I would have thought. But we have no way of getting into the Europa League, really, because we're almost, if we win the league, we're in the Champions League. And I think, as we've seen here, the other playoff to get into the Champions League is AC Milan. We need to be a little bit careful here that we don't let this all go away. They've scored 2 goals in as many minutes. We're going to tell them to focus. Sanchez can go and have a rest because he's playing a 6.3. So that'll get, who do we bring on for him? Taninsky. And what was just looking like an absolute walk in the park is suddenly very much not that. Now, the other person who's not playing well is Siraj. So we're going to bring Alvarez on. We're going to drop you back in there. And Montel can be a little bit more of an advanced player for us. And you can be a deep liar. We'll still put you on support, I think. But this game has very much taken a turn in not even 2 minutes. In a minute, it's taken a turn. Montel with a corner. Floats it in. And it's a good header from Taninsky, but just flies past the post. And hopefully we've woken ourselves up and settled down a bit now. Montel, edge of the area for Alvarez. Back to Montel. Did he keep himself on side? It's Kovacic. Kovacic has a go, and it is eventually claimed by the goalkeeper. So we're looking pleased. All right, let's, what do we say? Let's try to demand more. That's just frustrated them. I mean, it might be one of those where it was just a mad minute and they've scored twice, because we do seem to be relatively in control of the game. But obviously, I mean, it's a one-goal game again. It's never that comfortable. Taninsky to Montel, Safronov. Back to Montel. Von Groningen's making a run forward. Cena drops deep. Finds Von Groningen, but his touch lets him down. And here they come again. Montel can't get to him. Kovacic has let him go. And what a collapse this has been. Berate. Absolute berating. And there's 5 minutes to go. And it's one of these games, and you get it in football sometimes, where we're going to lose this game and there's nothing we can do about it. There's just absolutely nothing we can do about it. All right, well, let's... I don't want to say shut up shop, but let's just make sure we don't lose it. What a disaster. Okay, let's try just moving Rezak maybe forward a little bit. He could play as an advanced playmaker. I don't think there's any problem with that. And then Montel, you can go as a Mazzella on the other side, perhaps. Yeah, I mean, what can you say? It was done. It was won at half time. I didn't use my usual don't get complacent, and I blame myself. But mostly I blame the assistant manager for misadvising me. Here we go with Resic. It's Kovacic. Oh, what a horrible pass. What a horrible pass. Alvarez. It's bouncing around. Can we nick this back in late stoppage time? It's Alvarez again! Oh! Last kick of the game. And it was that far away. So, yeah, I mean, game of two halves springs to mind. But it wasn't even that, was it? It was just a game of a minute. That we just fell apart in a minute. So, I mean, it's not the end of the world. You know, it's really not. We're still 3 points clear, but that's 3 points that we should have had. We had it, and then we just decided we'd throw it away. But there we go. Goals galore as Jarun and Hajduk split draw. Cena injured right at the end there. Is out for 2 to 3 weeks. It's 20 unbeaten in the league now, but that feels more like a loss than a draw, doesn't it, that one? All right, guys. What we'll do is I'm going to go and play the second leg against AZ, and then we'll end the episode with our Champions League fixtures. All right, so we have played the second leg. It was comfortable. 4-0. Mazzolani hat-trick, and Luke Allen, our Socceroo, got himself a goal as well off the bench. So let's just pick up here. The goals were nothing special. They were just crosses into the box. We were just too good for them. So Mazzolani was good in front of goal. And here comes the Champions League fixtures. Oh, that's some stars, isn't it? Let's look at some names. That's tough. Okay, so we just need to get through. We've had tough draws before. Rangers away is a pot 4 draw, is tough-ish. RB Salzburg is it's winnable at home, very winnable. Monaco away is tough. Lyon at home is tough as your pot 3 sides. Leverkusen and Inter, and then our pot 1 sides are Barcelona and Tottenham. I mean, I'd like to think that we're good enough to get enough points to get into the knockout rounds, but this is probably the toughest draw that we've had yet, isn't it? It certainly feels that way, I've got to say. But anyway, if you've enjoyed that, thumbs up, subscribe if you are new, and we will be back next time to start the Champions League. We start at home to Lyon, away to Barcelona. We do kind of need to beat Lyon, don't we? Yeah, because Spurs at home is going to be we have to win our home games, and then a draw at Spurs at home. Take something away against Ray. I don't know. That's tough. It's really, really tough. Let me know how you think we'll do. All right. Take care.